Whoa, wait, what is happening right now? How did you even get on this thing? Hang on, I gotta mute Discord real quick. What is going on, dude? You're straight up going into outer space, bro. Goodbye, Grow World. Good luck, dude. Have fun getting back to base. Hey team, thanks for coming to take a look at another video here with me. So I wanted to go ahead and just do another quick video here on the basic resources. There were a couple that I didn't necessarily miss, but I may not necessarily have known about. Literally found out about some of them right after we recorded the video. We're still learning. It's Extinction, still only a couple of days in. I think we're like a week in now to the actual new game. Anyway, so I don't want to make this too long of a video, but I did go ahead and compose some of your guys' comments. Found some of the things you guys were recommending that we do for certain resources, and I wanted to go ahead and share those. You're not gonna be able to find certain things on a wiki if you can't harvest from a node. So let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. Alright guys, so the very first thing that I had no actual clue about before I made that last video here are gonna be these guys here, the enforcers. So anywhere throughout the city that's in the center of the map here, you guys can find these. These are the only ones that will actually give loot. As you can see, we picked up electronics, element dust, scrap metal, and oil from these specific things. Yes, you can collect the blueprints from them as well, but the enforcers themselves are actually the only thing that give really good resources. You can kill the scouts. They don't give anything really worth farming. The other ones, the little roly-poly ones, I don't remember the name of them off the top of my head, they give absolutely no resources at all, and are pretty much just a waste of your time to kill. While we're standing here though, I do want to go ahead and mention you can farm these light posts right here as well. Now, if you buy them with the Rex, yes, you get elemental dust, yes, you get crystal, and you can get a little bit of electronics and scrap metal from these as well. However, let's go ahead and show you a better way to farm these real quick. Okay, so farming these drops here, the best dinosaur to actually do that on is going to be the Doed. If you look here, if we can actually hit it, there we go. 116 crystal, 126 elemental dust. Just skip through really fast. Oh, here we go. 8 electronics, okay, let's go from the beginning. 116 crystal, 8 electronics, 126 element dust, and 4 scrap metal. So that's a pretty big difference from just biting them with the Rex. Let's go ahead and pump this guy up in a bunch of, let's roll over to this other one really fast. I'm just going to pump up his melee and see how much it scales, just to give a quick comparison to see how well these are actually going to do if you level them up in melee, like most people do. And then give it 2 seconds. Let's just add some experience here. Alright, so right now you can see he's actually at 441%. Let's go ahead and bump that up. Just pump all of these levels into it just to see a good comparison. So now we're like well past what he normally would be at. That's okay, not a big deal. And resource count, actually pretty much exactly the same. We didn't get any more or any less, so scaling does not change whatsoever with melee on these. Alright, before we jump into the next actual farmable material, I did want to go ahead and say that orbital drops are actually a really good way to actually farm base materials as well. This is a yellow drop that I did, and you can see here we have cementing paste, we have stone, we have metal, we have wood, and these do actually scale. So the harder the actual drop is to do, the more resources you'll actually get off of them, and these are a very effective way. If you just have like a team of 3-4 people out there doing orbital drops, this is a very effective way to farm a mass amount of materials. And in addition to that, you actually get basic items as well, so basic crafted items. I've got behemoth gates here, I've got looks like stone pillars off of this one. I have picked up metal structures. I think off of one of the red ones we picked up almost 30 metal foundations and 30 metal walls, so it's probably even more effective to farm orbital drops than it is to actually farm the actual resources themselves. Alright team, next up, I wanted to go ahead and show you guys how you can actually farm certain things like poly. Now, corrupted dinos out here, they actually give a lot of this. Let's go ahead and show you this really fast. So as you can see, the Volanosaurus absolutely melts through corrupted dinos. This is for both official and unofficial. What you're going to want to do is right there. So we just got some of those corrupted nodules. However, if you're actually killing some of these bigger dinos like the Rexes, or really any of the anything bigger than, I think it's our Parasaurs. So I think the Parasaurs are the biggest ones that actually start to drop materials themselves. Let's see if we can get this killed really quick. There we go. Let's go in here and actually grab the items. So you want to be very quick on actually grabbing the bags. As you can see, oh, this one actually deposed in 2 minutes. If you do it on official servers, it's a lot less than that. But this is right here. This is actually exactly what I wanted to show you. This is where you can actually pick up a lot of the new resources, or the resources you can't just farm on the map, such as black pearls. You can get angler gel, which is kind of weird in here too. You can also get a lot of organic polymer. However, if you just go around and you farm a bunch of these corrupted dinos, and you can do it very, very quickly especially, then you'll get a lot of resources that you're going to need, specifically around black pearls and organic polymer. Those are going to be the two biggest ones, and obviously the replacement, which are the corrupted nodules. Corrupted nodules. So those right there are going to be farmed from the corrupted dinos. It also gives a lot of experience as well, so highly recommend doing those. Okay, so for these trees here, this is one thing that people were asking me about, is where you get the blue gems, because we talked about the green and the red. The blue gems are found in the wasteland, and they come off of this tree here, and I believe it's one other tree. I'll just show you guys these ones. We're just north of the city here. It's these little white looking leaves here on these trees, and if you look here, we get fungal wood and blue crystallized sap. So just like before, this is where you actually get the blue gems. Alright team, so the last thing that I really kind of wanted to cover as far as actually like getting the resources was the silicate. We talked about it in the last one, so I don't necessarily want to go over where to farm it. However, I did want to go ahead and say, I said I didn't know how to refine it last time, because of that you had to refine it just like some of the stuff like the gas down at the sulfur fields. However, silicate's actually just 1-for-1. So if you have silicate, if you go and farm a bunch of silicate, it's literally just like pearls. So instead of picking up pearls, you can actually just farm silicate. As you can see, let's go in here. Let's go into the actual the electronic crafting. So as you can see, we have 28 metal ingots, which are these, and then we have the 300 silica pearls. So the 300 silica pearls it's just showing the silicate. So it counts 100%, just hands down, specifically for silicate. Okay team, so the last thing I wanted to talk about again is the resources that you cannot get from anywhere on the map. So if you can't get things like pearls. You can farm black pearls from killing the corrupted dinos, as I showed you guys a minute ago, but you can still get them from the gacha. So if there's a material you can't find, or you're having a hard time actually collecting, or if you just want to go ahead and be a little bit cheesy, this is kind of like a quick tip that a lot of the bigger tribes are using. If you guys find some of the gachas that have something like organic polymer, for example. Organic polymer, you can't usually store organic polymer, especially early game, so polymer is kind of a pain. However, if you find a gacha that gives organic polymer, you can just keep the crystals and you can hold on to them for as long as you want. So now you have a way to actually store organic polymer. So as an example, just to show you, picked up 12 organic poly out of that. So that's a good way, and honestly, I mean, it's 2 stacks if I had opened it, and only 1 stack since I didn't open it. So finding one of these guys with organic poly is a really good way, and any of the other basic resources, metal, things like that you guys need, especially early game, these gachas are the best way to do that. So I hope that helped get the rest of the resources out. If you guys have any questions, if I missed anything, I think we've covered all the resources now. However, if I did miss anything, guys, as always, go ahead and hit me up in the comments below. Feel free to ask me any questions in the comments below, and I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks so much.